What's going on, everyone? Dan Murphy here, and today is a very exciting day in the world of cryptocurrency because right now we are currently experiencing all-time highs in a number of different altcoins, and most notably, Litecoin has not only doubled but tripled and even quadrupled in price in the past couple of days, and is right now sitting at let's see here, over at CoinMarketCap. Just looking at all the different coins going on here. So trading at 319 on CoinMarketCap, but if you go over here and take a look at Coinbase, the price is a little bit higher at 348. So prices differ depending on which exchange you're looking at. If you're primarily using Coinbase, obviously the Coinbase price is going to be what matters to you the most. But yeah, altcoins are just really blowing up lately. Not only Litecoin, but Ethereum. We're also seeing all-time highs in Ethereum right now, actually at about, I think, $700. Breaking 700 would be an all-time high for Ethereum as well. So both massive gains in Litecoin and Ethereum in the past couple days. And Bitcoin still holding strong right now at about 17.7K on Coinbase. Let's take a look over at CoinMarketCap again. So this is really cool stuff. This is a good sign that all these altcoins are really starting to pick up steam and really increase in value. So I mean, 32% gains for Ethereum, 46% gains in Litecoin, and that's only in the past 24 hours. I mean, Litecoin was, I remember when Litecoin was like $100 a couple days ago, and now it's literally more than tripled in price in a matter of less than a week. And it's not just Ethereum and Litecoin that are doing really well. We take a look at Ripple. See here we have 48% gains in Ripple. And we finally broke through that that kind of consolidation around the 25-cent mark. Ripple was kind of just hanging out somewhere between 23, 24, 25 cents for a really long time. And just take a look at the price action down here. Finally broke through. Now it's not all-time highs for Ripple because let me see, scroll down here, just looking at the all-time history here. We have had highs of around 41 cents sometime around May of 2017. Right now we're at 36 cents, so not all-time highs, but we're getting back up there. Where we used to be, because before we were kind of just hanging out around the 20-ish cent mark for quite a long time, and people were kind of wondering, if and when Ripple was ever going to break through. So finally broke through that consolidation around the 20 cents, and hopefully we can start getting up towards those previous highs and break through. Because I do have a good amount of faith in Ripple. Ripple was actually the first altcoin that I invested in, aside, other than Bitcoin. But I actually ended up selling off my position in Ripple because I noticed that the price wasn't really moving, and I wanted to invest in some different projects to just kind of see what would happen. And seeing that Ripple has finally managed to break through, that's a good sign, and I might consider reinvesting into Ripple. Take a look at Dash. At Dash, I believe also we are experiencing all-time highs in Dash. We have a growth of 19.6% in the past 24 hours. Let's take a look at the price action here on Dash. Scroll down a little bit here. But yeah, Dash is a really interesting project as well, and it has picked up quite a bit of steam as in its own right. So let's see. Let's look at the 1 week chart. So looking at the past 7 days for Dash. All-time highs of about $9, or not $9, $948. So yeah, all-time highs for Dash as well that we have reached in the past 24 hours now. It's a little bit down from those all-time highs, but we're still up in general. Still up 20% in the past 24 hours. So Dash is looking pretty good. Take a look at some of the altcoins, some of the other ones. EOS, there we go. EOS up 22%, Populous 23, 33%. Just massive gains all around for almost everything. Tron is up quite a bit. Not really that familiar with Tron, but I mean 47% gains is pretty good, and it's still really cheap. So it might be worth doing some more research about Tron and kind of see what's going on with that project. If it ends up being really promising, these coins that are really cheap and being potentially undervalued represent really big investment opportunities because I mean you can buy a ton of these coins and if the price does go up significantly, you benefit by having more coins. All right, and Siacoin as well. I've been keeping an eye on Siacoin for a while, and it it has finally managed to break past the 1 cent mark. We're finally worth 1 cent because for the longest time, Siacoin was worth less than 1 cent. It was somewhere around 88% of 1 cent, like 0.88 cents, something like that, just kind of hovering around that area. So we finally broke through the 1 cent mark for Siacoin, which is definitely good news. We're up 27% in the past 24 hours. And let's take a look at the price action on Siacoin. And pretty good trade volume in the past 24 hours. 10 million worth of Siacoin being traded in the past 24 hours is a pretty good sign. Okay, so not necessarily all-time highs for Siacoin because we have broken through the 1 cent mark before. We've had all-time highs of around 2 cents. So not necessarily at all-time highs yet for Siacoin, but it's still a good sign that we're getting back up there to where we once were at these previous highs of around 1 to 2 cents. Hopefully we can get back up to the 2 cent mark because I do think that there is potential investment opportunity with Siacoin as well. Now I'm just going to go back to Litecoin for a little bit because Litecoin has definitely been um, it's had the largest gain so far out of anything else. It blows my mind how quickly Litecoin has increased in value in just the past week. I mean it jumped. I mean I remember when Litecoin was between $60 and $70 when I first got involved with cryptocurrency about a month and a half ago, and I mean it seemed pretty cool. I considered investing, but I didn't want to necessarily experiment with any altcoins before I just jumped into Bitcoin um, as my first investment in cryptocurrency. But I was keeping an eye on Litecoin, and I noticed that initially it wasn't really moving very much. It was kind of staying around that $60 to $70 range, and then at one point it kind of just jumped to around $100 seemingly out of nowhere, and that got me thinking. I was like, okay, I feel like there should be more interest in Litecoin, but for some reason there wasn't up until that point. Now that I think it's jumped, that initial jump to $100 increased the interest, and now that it went from $100 to like $200, like 240-ish, and that was in a matter of days. Might have even been like in one day. And then from that jump, from about 200, like 240, it jumped all the way up to about 350 in another period of about like 24 to 48 hours. So just massive gains for Litecoin. I think there is a really good opportunity here. Now, in general, I don't really like investing at points where you're at an all-time high because then if there is any sort of a significant pullback or some kind of a correction and the price goes down, you end up losing money because you bought in at an all-time high. But if you do plan on being a long-term investor and you're just going to buy Litecoin and just hold it for the long term, and you don't really plan on selling it anytime soon or trying to do any sort of swing trading, I do think it's reasonable to buy in at this point because I do think it's very possible that Litecoin could continue to increase in value and go all the way up to $1,000 in the next month or couple months. I do think that's pretty reasonable just based on the trajectory we've seen in the past week. Litecoin has had explosive growth, and I feel like this is just the beginning for Litecoin, and I definitely plan on investing in it soon. At this present time, I am not holding any Litecoin, but it's definitely on my radar, and I will plan on investing more into Litecoin in the future. Now, I mean, I've even seen predictions of people suggesting it could hit $2,000, and no specific time frame really given for that, but I mean, I think it's fair to say that, I mean, within a year or the next 2 years, we could definitely see Litecoin being somewhere around the $2,000 range. But I think $1,000 is definitely going to be within reach in the next year, in 2018. So we'll see how it goes, but definitely keep an eye on Litecoin. Now, if you want to learn more about Litecoin, The founder of Litecoin is a guy named Charlie Lee, and he has this is his Twitter account, and he's pretty active on Twitter. So I mean, he posts pretty consistently here. So I see a lot of just a lot of good content related to Litecoin, and I think in general it's good that the founder of the coin is really active in the community, is really present because his activity, the activity of Charlie Lee, it can have an effect on the coin. And I would say in general that's a good thing because I mean it shows transparency with the company. It shows that he cares about the community and he wants to get involved. Um, this is just a quick little article that he shared. So forget Bitcoin, its fourth biggest rival, Litecoin, is up 5,800% this year. So 5,800% gains this year is just, that's massive. Those are just ridiculous gains. So I mean, the future's looking pretty bright for Litecoin. I mean, and most of these gains happened within the last week. So I mean, Litecoin went from being like, kind of cool, not having that much attention to it, to now, right now, it's in the center spotlight with having these recent explosive gains with Litecoin. And I also think this is just kind of a really cool kind of analogy that Charlie Lee put on his Twitter. He's kind of likening the Bitcoin Litecoin relationship to being Goku and Vegeta, and I mean I just love Dragon Ball Z. I mean it's just so ridiculous. It's like the most badass anime combat. It's definitely one of the most badass. So definitely a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and I definitely appreciate this reference. And I think that this is a reasonable comparison to make. Kind of like in Litecoin and Bitcoin to Goku and Vegeta, because Litecoin, and you could think of it like Goku and Vegeta. You could also think of it as like the gold and silver. Like if Bitcoin is the gold of cryptocurrency, then Litecoin is definitely the silver. So definitely keep an eye on Litecoin. And yeah, that's pretty much going to conclude this video. I just wanted to cover some of the more recent gains that we've had in the altcoin market. Altcoins are blowing up right now, and it's just a really good thing for cryptocurrency in general. And people are getting more interested in investing in these altcoins, and they're realizing that it's not just all about Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is great, don't get me wrong. I think Bitcoin is still going to continue to increase in value over time and will still be a good investment option for you. But I would definitely also consider looking at some of these altcoins because, I mean, just being at relatively lower prices, you can acquire larger amounts of the coins and then benefit even more from these positive price fluctuations, and the increase in value and the gains that we are very likely to see over time. And all right, yeah, with that, I will wish you a good day, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it that thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you want to get more cryptocurrency related content as well. All right, peace out.